I am Supreme, and today's Astro Oracle investigation will be on Kierra Coles. Kierra Coles is a 26-year-old who was last seen on the south side of Chicago, October the 2nd, 2018. Okay, Kierra Coles was born September 24th, 1992. Okay, she is a postal worker. Okay, the last day that she was seen, also Kierra Coles was 3 months pregnant as well upon her disappearance. Now, on October the 2nd, 2018, here goes the timeline. She called in sick that day. Remember, she was a postal worker. She called in sick that day, yet she was seen on surveillance leaving her building apartments where she lived at with her uniform on, her postal uniform on, with a guy. Now, later on that night, she was seen on surveillance at a drugstore. I believe it was a Walgreens, at an ATM, withdrawing hundreds of dollars in regular civilian clothes. Now, the same night, her car returns on surveillance to her building at her home, but she's not in it. The guy she left with got out the car. And the thing about it is, he got out the passenger side. And that car has been there ever since, and nobody else is in that car. He got out the passenger side that night. He went inside of Kierra's apartment building. Of course, he went inside her apartment. And he came out with some items. All of this was seen on surveillance on her block. And he walked to a nearby parked vehicle, which was the vehicle that obviously he showed up in when he left out with Kierra earlier that day. Mind you, when they left out earlier that day, Kierra got in the driver's seat and he got in the passenger seat. Nobody knows who he is still to this day. They questioned him. I think they did question him, and he was able to clear his name. No charges have been made against anybody. That's weird. But that's also why people like me exist. So let's do this Astro Oracle investigation, shall we? So, I have the planetary alignments in front of me. The day Kierra Coles was born and the day of her disappearance. Okay? So, let's pull the charts first and let's find some synchronicities. Okay? So, the day she was born, the sun was in Libra and the moon was in Leo. Y'all know how I formulate time. Time is the sun divided by moon cycles. So I put the moon in Leo inside of Libra's house. Libra is the 7th house. So when Leo is there, Aquarius is rising. Let's talk about it. Looking at some alignments, I already see what's going on. So if y'all been watching my videos too and my readings, you should be catching on too to these houses and these signs and these synchronicities and these planets. You know, also utilize my tutorial that I put in the link below of every reading I do. That is a video that you can go to and click on any sign, symbol, house number, or planet that you hear me talk about, or pull in any of my cards. So that way you will see how I formulate the story. It will give you a general meaning of what that sign means, what that house number means, what that planet means, and so you'll know how I formulate the story when you see that sign in that house according to that number and that planet that shows up. So let's get to the day she disappeared, where the planets were. The sun was in Libra. Of course, she disappeared during her season as well. And the moon was in Cancer the day she disappeared. So when you put the Cancer moon inside of Libra's house, which is the 7th house, and you put Cancer there, Capricorn is rising. So let's talk about it. So y'all know where I start first, right? Why is Capricorn rising? This is the 10th house. Okay, this is the 10th house, public authority. Okay, this is also the house of public exposure, fame. Okay, this could have been somebody, because being that this was Libra season and Libra is actually in the 10th house. Okay, but this is a 10th house chart, not because Libra's in the 10th house, but because Capricorn is the 10th sign of the zodiac. That is the 10th energy in us. So, because we all have Capricorn energy, we have all the energies, but the fact that Capricorn comes first, this is a Capricorn rising chart, which is why I labeled this a 10th house chart. But also, whatever's in the 10th house speaks volumes of this 10th house chart. And being that she disappeared during Libra season, and she's actually a Libra. She was born in Libra season as well. So the 10th house is going to tell us a lot. And this type of relationship, Libra, is the energy of partnerships and relationships. So when it's in the 10th house, this represents a public relationship. This represents a relationship that's publicly recognized. Okay, this is somebody that's popular, somebody that's successful. Okay, these are successful relationships. This could be the father of Kierra Cole's unborn baby, because she was 3 months pregnant with her very first child. She was very happy. Capricorn is the father figure. Y'all know it. Every time this chart pops up, y'all know how I do it. Capricorn is always the father figure. It's the authority figure. And Libra, the 10th house is Capricorn's house. And Libra is there, the partner, the relationship, the marriage. Okay? Now, this is most likely her boyfriend. This is somebody she was talking to, and I'm almost certain this is the father of her unborn child. But why would he want to kill her and his unborn child? So let's find out for sure if this is the father. But we know this is somebody she is in a relationship with. Okay, and this is not just any old body. Okay, this person has status. This person has rank. The 10th house represents status and rank. And matter of fact, while we are, let's follow Venus, because Venus rules Libra. That'll give us more. So Venus, October 2nd, 2018, was in Scorpio. Where's Scorpio at? Scorpio's in the 11th house. That's Aquarius's house. But Aquarius comes first in Kierra Cole's birth chart. See, we getting somewhere. Aquarius represents the friend. And when Scorpio is there, see, the 11th house is Aquarius's house. That's the house of friendship. Okay, and when Scorpio was there, this Scorpio represents benefits, what you benefit from another. Okay, so this is the friendship with benefits. So this might not be Kierra's baby's father, but this is definitely a friend with benefits. Of course, she was going to the ATM, okay, to get hundreds of dollars. There's some benefits involved. Okay, now let's talk about why Capricorn came first. In order to talk about why Capricorn came first, let's look at where Capricorn was in the beginning, the first chart, which is Kierra Cole's birth chart. Where was Capricorn? Capricorn was hiding. The father figure, this successful friend with benefits, was hiding. That's why nobody really know who he was. Okay? This person was hiding in the 12th house. Anything that shows up in the 12th house is hidden. Smoke and mirrors. Okay? This is an 11th house chart. Okay? And remember, that successful friend with benefits the day she disappeared is right here in the 11th house. And this is the 11th house chart. This was Kierra's friends with benefits, right? Now, he was probably benefiting from her because she had a good job. She was a postal worker. She had a very good job. So she wasn't hurting for anything. Okay? Sometimes when you are a successful single woman, okay, especially a successful woman in she was missing 2018, so we're going to go back to 2018. I'm not going to say 2025. Today is August the 9th, August the 10th, 2025. So we don't know where Kierra is still to this day. So let's go back to 2018. Even in 2018, a successful woman, a postal worker, of course, she's vulnerable to men who want to take advantage, okay, who want to befriend her for benefits, okay? So I'm not saying that this is who he was. I'm just saying what happens when you are a successful woman in 2018 and a postal worker, and then when you show up missing after we clearly seen you on surveillance camera pulling hundreds of dollars out the ATM. Okay, the nigga you was with was all right. He's still at large, and you're nowhere to be found. So he is the person in question. Why they let him go? Why he's at large? He even moved out of Chicago. He lives in a whole nother place now, whole nother state now, chilling at large, moving on with his life. They should have never let him go. That's the only person in question. That's the last person that was seen with him. Another situation of law enforcement, the system letting us down. Again, the reason why I exist. So, Capricorn was hiding in Pisces' house. Okay? Was hiding. Now, where was Pisces? So we'll get a clue on why they were hiding. They were hiding because of where Pisces was, in the house of money, the second house. Because see, the 12th house is Pisces' house. This individual, this successful friend uh, that was trying to befriend her for benefits, was hiding because of money. Okay, he knew what her ranking was. Okay, so being that we're talking about Capricorn, let's follow Saturn, because Saturn rules Capricorn. Where was Saturn at? Saturn, first of all, Saturn, the day Kierra was born, because her birth chart was in Aquarius. Saturn was right here in Aquarius. So yeah, this is the person that we got to follow. It's Capricorn, Saturn, because this individual is hiding. Where was Saturn at the day she disappeared? Saturn was right at home in Capricorn. Saturn rules Capricorn. So Saturn was at home right here. This individual that was hiding is now exposed the day she went missing. Right here in the first house. You can't make this shit up. So, Saturn, Neptune. Neptune rules the 12th house in Pisces, right? Now, Neptune was also in Capricorn the day she was born, and Neptune was in Pisces, at home in Pisces, because Neptune rules Pisces the day she disappeared. Look at all these synchronicities. Okay? Now, Kierra was a Libra. Where was Libra at uh, when she was born? She's a Libra that's born in the ninth house. The ninth house is the house of travel. Okay, it's also the house of foreigners. Okay, it's also the house of grandparents. It's also the house of churches. It's also the house of colleges. Okay, so she's most likely to develop relationships, which is what Libra's all about. She's most likely to develop relationships with people that are affiliated with colleges, some type of higher knowledge, wisdom, and understanding institution of teaching, higher teachings, higher learnings, colleges, institutions, okay, churches, uh, long distance foreigners. She's most likely to develop relationships with foreigners. Okay, so her moon was in Leo. So these type of relationships that she develops is playful relationships, cuddy buddies. Okay, playful relationships with people that it's nothing serious, nothing like marriage, but just something that she can play around with, and they go out, wine and dine each other, all of that, finesse each other, have sex with each other whenever they want, and then go their separate ways. Nothing serious. That doesn't mean she wasn't capable of something serious. That just means that that's how her energy was aligned. She was able to embrace playful love affairs without taking things serious. So I'm quite sure she had numerous partners. Okay. Now, where was Leo at? Leo was in the seventh house. So this is somebody that she would most likely, with her energy, she's most likely to get serious though. She can embrace a serious marriage because the seventh house is the house of marriage. That is Libra's house. And she is a Libra. So she's able to attract people just playing around, and then it eventually becomes serious and realize, okay, let's have a baby. Let's get married. Let's do this. Okay? So, this partner that she was with, that she ended up conjuring up in her life due to the way her energy was set up, seventh house, because she's a Libra. So, let's follow Leo. Okay? Now, the day she went missing, look where this partner, this playful relationship, started out a playful relationship and then ended up serious. Look where it landed, in the eighth house of death. So this person that she was fucking around with is responsible for her death if she's dead. But definitely responsible for her disappearance. Okay? I don't think she's alive. Because he came back with her vehicle and she hasn't been seen yet. And all of her belongings are still in that vehicle. Her wallet, ID, all of that. And I believe they said her phone is still in the vehicle too. Everything. I don't believe Kierra is still with us. The day that she died, the sun was in Libra. It was that partner. The sun was right here in the 10th house in Libra. This is Capricorn's house. And look what comes first. Capricorn. That person that was hiding in her 12th house. I'm going to pull an oracle chart because I'm tuned into Kierra's energy. And she's going to tell her story through these cards in this chart that's pulled. Pluto in the 6th. Pluto is the planet of death, transition, transformation. Now it's in the 6th house of help. Somebody she was helping. Let's find out how this help went. So, right now, October the 2nd, 2018, the day she went missing, Pluto was in Capricorn. Figures. So when Pluto in Capricorn is in the 6th house, guess what's rising? Leo. Let's pull it. Let's talk about it. Let's watch Kierra talk about it. Leo. Which is most likely probably the father of her child too. Because Leo is the energy of children as well. Leo. And we just got finished talking, connecting the dots about this Leo energy and Capricorn energy. All right. Now, where's Capricorn at in this oracle chart? In the 6th house. That's the card that was pulled. Remember, we was following Capricorn first, wondering why that Capricorn came out. She was helping this person succeed. She attracted an opportunist. This man saw in Kierra an opportunity to be successful. And he took it. He cooperated with it until she stopped cooperating, or until he saw an advantage, an opportunity to take it. And that's what he did. That's why she was at that ATM. And she was last seen in the local environment, traveling. Libra, look at her. That's where she's at, in the third house. That is where she's at. And she was traveling, because her moon is in Leo, and she was traveling with this individual. And this was definitely about money, because look what's in Capricorn's house. Taurus. Look what's in the 10th house of this chart. Taurus. Taurus. Money. Material. Lost and found. Kierra. Let us know where your body is, so we can bring justice to your family. Poor child. The unborn child. I mean, this whole situation is poor. Like, even Kierra. But like the unborn child. So right though, because we're going to get justice today. This video, this reading is going to find somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows Kierra's and that knows her family. Because all my readings are like oracles as well. I don't have to reach out to whoever's involved. The reading is going to find them. My readings will always find you. All right, Kierra. We're looking for your body. We know where your car is and all your belongings. Lead us to your body. In the third house, in a vehicle. I believe that. Ooh, I got chills all over my body. Like I told you, that's where she was last seen, in the local environment. Have they even checked her vehicle? I don't know. I just got chills for some reason. I believe this. I believe everything I do. I believe everything my hands touch, because I'm an oracle. And I believe in what I do. I believe in who I am. That's why I know this is true. Her body is in a vehicle. In that local environment. It could be her vehicle. I don't know. But her body's in the vehicle. And I believe that. I believe that. I totally believe that. And it could be a vehicle that belongs to her partner. He could have more than one vehicle. Who, Kierra, should we be looking for right now that knows exactly where you are? Who's responsible for this? Of course, I feel like we already know. I already know who's responsible for this. But I want you, Kierra, to confirm what we already know. What's already clear for us to see. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell button so you'll be notified when I drop these investigations. An accessory in the 12th house, of course. That person that's hiding. In her very birth chart, that's who came out first. That Capricorn in the 12th house. Yep. He's an accessory. I believe that. Even if he's not the suspect, I believe he is the accessory. Yeah. Because he wasn't alone working with what Kierra went to that ATM for. There's another person hiding. The power behind the throne. Yeah. But this just may be him too. But there's another person. Yeah. This accessory. Oh yeah. I believe that. I know that's true. I know that's true. Now, in the 12th house of the Oracle chart, I see Cancer. And the day that Kierra went missing, this is where the moon was. And the moon rules Cancer. Could somebody in her family be involved? But if not, then she's definitely hidden. She's definitely hidden, in a vehicle, probably close to her home. Now, Kierra's Mars is in Cancer, and Mars represents war. Could there have been a war with her family? And Mars takes us to the 9th house of Aries. And that night, this is the second time this 9th house been showing up. Because she's a 9th house Libra in her birth chart. And I already told you what the 9th house is. That's Sagittarius' house. That's the house of long distance travels, foreigners, colleges, churches, and grandparents. And now Aries is there. And Mars rules Aries. And Mars is in Cancer, which is in the 12th house, which is also where the moon was the day Kierra went missing. Could there be a grandparent hiding? Could it be the grandparent of the baby? The unborn baby? Let's find some evidence, Kierra. Lead us to some evidence where we can locate your body and bring justice to your family. Could there be a grandparent in the picture? I don't know. If y'all done heard of a grandparent somewhere in this story, please comment. I haven't heard anything about a grandparent involved, but I definitely see a grandparent or somebody from a church. Or a foreigner. Somebody that she worked with. This is a foreigner. This could be a co-worker. Because the day she went missing, in the 9th house, I see Virgo. That's a co-worker. In her local environment. Because in Virgo's house, I see Gemini. And she had a Gemini in the 6th house job, which is a postal worker. Traveling in a local environment, delivering messages. Mails. That's what Gemini in the 6th house is. The Gemini in the 6th house is delivering messages daily. Delivering mail. Could a foreigner be involved? Or a grandparent? Or a co-worker that she worked with? That's what I see. That's what I see. All right, Kierra, lead us to some evidence. Biological evidence in the 12th. It's a lot of 12th house phenomenons. Biological evidence. I believe that. Blood, saliva, semen, hair, body fluids, other tissues, clothes, skin. Especially because she done changed clothes that day. It's all hidden with that individual. Yeah.